and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. This is me, Sheena Sujak. In this video, I'm gonna share with you another ESL company that pays 250 per hour. I will be mentioning here the application process, the frequently asked questions, rules and regulations. So stay tuned up to the end of this video so you won't miss any information and you will decide whether you will apply or not. Okay, this company is based in South Korea and China. They provide 20 and 40-minute long classes and they offered $4.5 per hour. Their requirements at least a year of online or offline ESL teaching experience. We prefer candidates with native like pronunciation, in depth knowledge about teaching English speaking, excellent communication skills, a positive and kind attitude, bachelor's degree, ESL teaching certification, stable tutoring environment like internet connection, quiet place, equipment, and etc. Able to work at least 10 hours per week. And you should have a stable internet connection for video call lessons. So now let's go to your responsibilities as a teacher. So using the materials in the platform, the tutor will teach a one-on-one audio or video call English speaking class that's 20 or 40 minutes per class in an online classroom. Another responsibility is encourage the students to speak in English about 70% of the class. And you have to correct whatever the student said to a better and more natural sounding English. Now let's go through the salary. Okay, the 1.5 lesson for 20 minutes. $1.5 per lesson per 25 minutes and $4.5 per hour. So you will get paid via PayPal and you will be paid every 2 weeks. And you also have another extra incentive. Okay, way to take lessons. Number 1, on air, that's real time. If the tutor set their status as on air, students can request real-time classes. The tutor can accept the request to start the class. Another way to take lessons is the booking system. The tutors can open their available time slots for the students to book. In class schedules, so once the student and the tutor enter the classroom at the book time, the class begins. So now let's go to the application process. So step 1 is job application. It says here, we comprehensively review the candidate's qualifications and individually notify candidates who have passed the screening process of the next step. So number 2 step is equipment tests. Before the mock class, we check whether the candidate's computer is suitable for tutoring service. And step 3 is the mock class. So we evaluate the candidate's teaching skills through a mock class with a foreign student. The result of the mock class is usually notified the next day. A successful candidate will be registered to the Tutor platform. Okay, once a candidate passes all of the above steps, the candidate will become a tutor. So now let's go to the frequently asked question. So first, what are regulations that teachers must comply with? So first, the opening time slots, the salary, guidelines for maintaining high quality teaching standards in English lessons. Another is being late, absent, and leaving early. Okay, another is students review, what students complete report, the attitude, class quality, late, and absent. Another is class cancellation, okay, about submitting feedback and other explanations. Okay, in opening time slots, the teacher shall open time slots for no less than 10 hours each week. Turn to on-air status no less than 3 hours each week. And number 2, the teacher should be open at least 2 days a week, and you have to open more than 5 to 6 slots a day. One slot is 20 minutes. Another is the teacher has to set 1 month schedule in advance. If there is any change, you can change it after telling to admin. Number 4, if the teacher does have practical difficulties and cannot continue to open time slot, the teacher must inform us at least 1 week in advance and shall not terminate the class without reason. In case of default, 30% of the teacher's monthly salary will be deducted depending on the circumstances. Okay, it is very important to open class time slots regularly. Teachers who cannot open class hours regularly on a monthly basis cannot work on the Tutalk English platform. Okay, more than 4 classes cannot be held in a row. You have to take a break for 20 minutes or take classes online by opening online status. Okay, about guaranteed booking rate. So for new teacher at Tutalk, offer a guaranteed booking rate incentive, whereby if you open at least 120 lessons, that's 40 hours within 1 month of becoming an active teacher, you are guaranteed to be paid for a minimum of 60 lessons. Even if you teach fewer than that, there may be differences in guarantees for each teacher. The rules are as follows. So number 1, open the class time in the peak time range below and turn to on-air status no less than 5 hours each week. So 10 hours per 2 week. If you fail to reach the required on-air status hours, your guaranteed salary will be deducted. So peak periods, that's Beijing time, morning 5 to 9, and evening 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Number 2, every Thursday, set the schedule for 4 weeks. The teacher has to open the 4-week class schedule in advance and confirm it with the manager. If there is a particular situation that needs to be changed, contact admin in advance. Number 3 is contact should be made immediately at your open time. The teacher should be able to reply to the admin's contact. Suppose the teacher does not reply to the admin's contact during the teacher's opening hours. In that case, the guaranteed salary may not be paid or reduced. Okay, and even if you receive the guarantee rate, if you cause damage to students due to problems such as cancellation of classes, absence from classes, or not setting next 2 weeks schedule in advance without notice. The guaranteed rate can be revoked. Okay, guaranteed salary is not guaranteed if the ratio of teachers' cancellation plus teachers' no-show divided by the number of classes taken exceeds 5% on a 2-week basis. Another is salary. So number one, a newly registered teacher will be paid $1.4 per class ticket. And when you teach more than 32 classes in 2 weeks, the rate will increase to 1.5 USD per class automatically. Number two, to qualify for the 3 to 5% bonus increase in hourly wage at Tutalk, a tutor must meet the following conditions. First, the teaching frequency. The tutor must conduct at least 60 classes bi-weekly. Number two, absences and cancellations. The tutors must have no more than 2 instances of absence or class cancellations over a 3-month period. Number three, total number of classes taught. The teacher must have taught more than 3,000 classes. And number four is the rating. So the tutor's rating must be 4.98 or higher. Number three, salary is paid once every 2 weeks via PayPal. So that's usually 6th and 21st of every month. Okay, number four is due to part-time work. Tutalk English pays teachers only for class remuneration. Other insurance and other expenses are handled in accordance with personal subordination and have nothing to do with Tutalk English. Number five, the rate for a trial class is 1.0 USD per class. So if the student purchases your class, you will receive 1.5 USD signing up bonus. Okay, please know that this policy applies when your teaching quality meets our standards. Okay, so let's have the third one. Guidelines for maintaining high quality teaching standards in English lessons. So the primary objectives for students using this service are 1. To speak English more frequently to enhance fluency. Number 2, to improve their English pronunciation, sentences, expressions under the guidance of the teacher. And number 3, to learn new expressions and vocabulary. To ensure the highest quality of English language instructions and to meet the primary objectives of our students, teachers are required to adhere to the following key guidelines during their lessons. So number 1, the ratio of students to teacher talk should be 7:3. 7:3. So teachers must limit their speaking time for comments and explanation, and instead guide students to speak more English through the use of textbook and follow-up questions. Number 2, the sentence proofreading features of the app must be used at least 3 times mandatorily in each lesson. Number 3, during the lesson, teachers must paraphrase students' responses at least 3 times and teaching new vocabulary and expression. Number 4, teachers must introduce at least 2 new expressions or vocabulary items to the students during each lesson. Number 5, corrections of pronunciation, vocabulary, expression, and sentences learned during the lesson should be sent via chat. Okay, feedback should include words corrected for pronunciation, vocabulary items, and newly introduced expressions and sentences. Number 7, teacher must acknowledge and adhere to student-specific requests such as skipping self-introductions. Number 8 is the final review. 1 minute before the lessons ends should be conducted in a quiz format based on the chat messages sent during the lesson. So it is crucial to understand these core aspects. Failure to comply with these guidelines consistently may not only result in the teacher being less chosen by students, but also is not aiding the improvement of the students' English skills. So please be aware that continuous monitoring and feedback of teachers' lessons will be conducted. Should there be no improvement observed in the classes despite this, after several warnings, the respective teacher's account may be closed. So another is being late, absent, and leaving early. Number 1, teachers should starting class on time and ending class on time. Being late is forbidden. If you are late without reaching an agreement with a student, the ticket of this class will be canceled. The ticket of this class will be automatically returned to the student account when the class is canceled. Number 2, class time should be no less than 20 minutes. So if the student is late, teacher only needs to take the class for the remaining time. Number 3, teachers are not allowed to be absent without reason. If they are absent more than 3 times without explanation, teacher will be forced to be offline and 3 lessons tickets will be deducted. So, isip-isip bago apply. Number 4, if there is an error with the platform, capture the screen and contact the admin immediately. Only then lesson ticket will not be deducted. Number 5, if you meet anything urgent, please inform us at least 3 hours before so that we can communicate with the students. And plus, if there are 2 or 3 classes in a row, and the class is exactly at 20 minutes so that the second or third class is not more than a minute late. Okay, number 5, students review for the teacher. When the teacher's overall score is less than 4.85 points, the full score is 5 points. The teacher will be forced to be offline. If the student gives the teacher a 1-point grade, the admin checks the recording and class data of the class and cancels the class if it is a problem with the teacher. Another is about students' complete report, attitude, class quality, late, and absent. Okay, number 1, when a student reports a compliance report, the administrator checks the recording and data of the class. At the same time, the admin asks the teacher to explain the problem of the class. After checking, if there was a problem with the class due to the teacher's cause, the class will be cancelled and the teacher's tuition will be deducted depending on the situation. Number 2, teachers must abide the basic tenets of Tutor English and must not act irresponsibly to students, such as eating in class, walking during class, going to class in the subway, answering the phone, or playing mobile phone during class, or verbally insulting students. Number three, changes in the tutor's teaching environment, which causes connectivity issues and noises, may result in a maximum of 50% of the pay per class decrease, according to the degree of the problem. If the tutor is the main cause of the class disruption, tutor has to issue a refund to the student. Thus, tutors must always check and maintain the optimal teaching environment. And number four, we check the connection data. And if the class was disrupted because of the teacher's internet connection, class will be canceled. Okay, another is the class cancellation. Number one, when the teacher cannot attend the class within the specified time due to unexpected circumstances and has to cancel the class, the teacher have to inform the administrator in advance. If the teacher didn't notify admin in advance, or if there is less than 3 hours left before the class starts, one class decrease will be deducted from the teacher. So please inform the admin at least 3 hours in advance to minimize your loss. Number two, if there is a special situation, please let the administrator know in advance. If you notify us in advance and don't cancel the class frequently, there may be no teacher ticket deduction. Additional penalties may apply if class cancellations occur too frequently. Number three, at the same time, in order to protect the interests of teachers, the students are not allowed to cancel 2 hours before class. If the students cannot attend the class, teachers can get the ticket for that class normally. So the students also have to take the corresponding responsibilities. It's nice. Okay, another is about submitting feedback after class. Number one, if a tutor doesn't submit student feedback after class, the class will not be considered finished. Thus, the tutor will not be paid for that class. Tutors must give student feedback within 6 hours from the end of the class. If tutors submit feedback after 6 hours, only half of class tickets will be paid for the course. If it is a trial class, tutors must give student feedback within 2 hours from the end of the class. Another is number two. Feedback includes learners' level evaluation, teachers' comments, pronunciation and vocabulary, and new expression. You have to fill out and submit every section. If even one section is submitted without content, the class will be changed to unfinished. Okay, let's go to other explanation. Number one, we do not allow personal communication via mobile phones or social media between tutors and students. It is strictly prohibited to ask students personal contact information or to give them teachers' contact information. If you do the above, the account will be suspended and the remaining salary will not be paid. If teachers need to contact the student personally, please inquire Tutalk's customer service. Number two, the lowest open time slots requirement. Teachers must have a fixed period to have classes that are no less than 10 hours a week. So you can also have classes other than the fixed period. If you cannot have class at the fixed time or want to make an adjustment, please inform us at least 2 to 3 days in advance. Teachers who cannot continue to have class due to their personal reasons should explain that to us at least 1 week in advance. If you don't explain to us in advance and have no fixed time slots which are open, or you terminate your class without permission, you will be forced to be offline and will face penalties. Number three, the way your classes are requested here. The student book class via Tutor platform and the ticket will be added into the teacher's account after class automatically. If the student cancels the class, the ticket will return to the student's account automatically. Students are not allowed to cancel classes or class when there are 2 hours before the class begins. So if you want to cancel the class, we will return that ticket and deduct 0 to 3 tickets from your account according to the situation. Therefore, if you must cancel the course due to special circumstances, don't hesitate to get in touch with customer service to minimize your loss. Okay, number 4, the way you have class here. That's 20 minutes long, audio or video class plus after class feedback. Number 5, the student can request either a 20-minute long class or a 40-minute long class. 20-minute long classes continue for 20 minutes and 40-minute long class for 40 minutes. The price for 40-minute long classes is double the 20-minute long classes. If the student does not show up after 10 minutes from the start of the class, you can mark the student as absent from the Error Absent Application tab. Even if the student does not show up, the tutor still gets the payment. Okay, number 7, our average purchase rate following free lessons is 40%. This is due to our minimal profit margins, very affordable tuition fees, and easy learning system, and the provision of high-quality teachers. Please note that if the quality of the tutor's lessons is not up to standard, resulting in a post-purchase conversion rate of less than 35% relative to the number of free lessons given, the signing bonus will not be issued. That's it. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment. And if you want to apply, just click the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.